Hello everyone, it's Spurs Rail 96 here, and welcome to another Train Sim World 4 live stream. Hope you're all doing well out there. Hope you've had a great weekend wherever you are in the world. Today we'll be taking a look at one of the base routes that comes with the Train Sim World 4 package, and that is one of the most, I would say, well-known stretches of track in the UK that connects England and Scotland. It is the very fast and furious East Coast Main Line. The specific section is from Peterborough to Doncaster, that's in the Midlands. So we're going to have a little look at it, drive the Azuma, and have some fun. I have not done anything other than the tutorials, so yeah. Looking forward to it. So, we'll do this journey here, the quick and the shared. We will do high speed hybrid. We will do a service from Newark Northgate to Peterborough. I think there's a few different types of services as well you can do the Azuma, so I'll try and squeeze them in if I can. That choir in the music soundtrack, much as I like a choir, I don't think we need in Train Sim World. It's a little bit too over the top as far as I'm concerned. I'll say my hellos to David18. Hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Okay, drivers London and North Eastern Railway service from New Northgate to Peterborough, or London King's Cross. Wouldn't it be nice? It's a lovely sunny day. That's a good start. Master key to the on position or off position. Reverser to the forward position. Set the brakes to the minimum application position. That's the temperature. And the fan as well. Headlight control, set it to full. That's what you can do, isn't it? Yes, indeed you can. As far as lights, desk illumination, set that to high. Reading light, we don't need that. Snow brake, ooh. I don't know what variant of the Azuma I'm operating in this particular service. You get two variants, albeit they look and I suppose operate in exactly the same way. The 801/2 and the 801/1. Maybe they are different formations, as far as coaches go and all that kind of jazz. But other than that, I don't have a clue. SPAD. So there's a brake gauges, I believe. That's the speedometer and the date or time. AWS, we're going to need that. Just checking my surroundings. Rear preparation, forward preparation. That must be like opening the nose section of the rear of the train or the front of the train. Signal bell. Train door control. What else is there? Horn, of course. I'll leave the door locked for a second. Pantograph is set to the closed position. Radio, GSMR radio seems to be in working order, I think. Seems to be contact signaler. That's a touch screen. Can we access that or fiddle around with it, so to speak? The ETCS screen, which is that. Okay. There we go. This is the screen I want to have a look at. So, destination London King's Cross, date, time, yada yada yada, miles per hour, the next station stop, happy days. Temperature outside 34 degrees Celsius. My goodness. That's burning hot. Dark screen. Door selection, are you? So you can't touch any of the icons. I believe it would be touch screen, so that's a shame. The back wall in the cab, that's a whole nother universe of buttons and switches to possibly press and fiddle around with. Right, what have we got on this bucket of bolts? We can have a fiddle with auxiliary systems. Unit hatch closed, auxiliary systems on, I suppose they are on already. TPWS temporary isolation. A fuse cabinet. Imagine you can shut down the unit into a cold and dark state. Presume so. Control panel active switch. Signal bell again. Right. SDO isolation, set that to normal. DRA isolation is already at normal. The ETCS isolation, that's set to normal. AWS is already in normal. Wow. That's a surprise. Didn't hear it go off. DSD is set to on, as is vigilance isolation. Here we go. TPWS and AWS isolation. It's probably making a noise right now. Oh, here we go. Let me sit in the chair. Thank you.
TPWS and AWS operational.
Lovely. Right. Haven't looked outside yet. Oh, we're in the shelter. Oh, no, we're not. The Azuma. It does look nice. I'll give it that. Now, apparently this pantograph is inaccurate to the real-world version. If that is correct, then yeah, that's not very good. You've got the destination displays that aren't displaying anything. That's not good. Okay. And the doors close way too quickly. This is first class coach. So the destination displays aren't working at all. Hello? Oh, I was going to say. This one is. Calling at Grantham and Peterborough, Stevenage and London King's Cross. So why aren't the others working then? Oh, it is. Oh, it's very dark, you can hardly read it. Right, let's go to Grantham. That is the first station stop. Let's see the train depart. So that's just a 5-coach unit. Wow. Thought it'd be a bit more than that. There's another train in the siding down there on the left-hand side. It's quite cool. Right, we can now go to the maximum permitted speed, which is 125 miles per hour. Wonderful. Hey Alfie, nice to see you. Hope you're well. I heard the Bernina line is coming to TSW4. That is correct. It sounds interesting. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, it's not something... it's not the route I wanted to see in the game, to be perfectly honest with you, but the Allegra, or the A12 multiple unit, is something I do want to see in the game, so it's a mixed bag for me. Pleased with the multiple unit. I'm okay with the route. It's not my first choice. It wouldn't be in my top 10 of routes, let's put it that way. But, you know, hopefully it will be a better route experience compared to the Arosa line, which actually, to be fair, the Arosa line has had a fair bit of work done to it, apart from the horrendous mountainous terrain. It's had quite a few nice liveries to the 442. It's had what has it had? It's had some new bits and pieces of rolling stock, like an observation coach. There's an aggregate wagon coming, a whole new timetable as well. You can conduct freight services on the route as well. So the Arosa line has had quite a bit of a change compared to when it first released. Was it over 2 years ago or something like that? It feels very quiet in this cab. It's kind of eerie to me, in my headset especially. I thought it'd be a lot more noisy. I thought it'd be a lot of buffeting and moving around as such, but we're doing 116, 117 miles per hour. Thought it'd make a bit more of a racket, but then again, this is an electric multiple unit compared to the HST, which can run at 125 miles per hour as well. There's a 66 trundling along with some oil. Obviously I can't inspect every nook and cranny of this route whilst going at speeds of over 120 miles per hour, so all I can inspect is really when we get to the stations, and then I can judge whether it's a solid representation or not. As far as this multiple unit is concerned, I mean, it's a bit noisy when I'm looking to the left or to the right. Yeah, it's a lot noisy. Very bizarre. But yeah, as far as the cab, it looks okay. Bit disappointed that touchscreen doesn't work. Well, I mean, it does work. You can see it's in operation, but unfortunately you just can't use it very much, which is a bit of a shame. Grantham is just over 7.5 miles away. Now what Dovetail has done to make this route as busy as possible is they've actually implemented services that would be conducted by other brands that operate on this line. So like, for example, Grand Central, Lumo, Hull Trains, and how they managed to get around that is basically they've put the Azuma, which I'm driving now, to work on those services. And they're all run by the AI as well. It makes the route a little bit busy. More active, let's say. So it kind of gives you a realistic representation of a busy, real-world-ish timetable pattern, or traffic pattern, I should say. I do have all of the available layers at my disposal, so Class 700s, 158s, Flying Scotsmans, etc, etc. Just over 5 miles to go until Grantham. Quite a few crossings so far. I think I've encountered 4 so far. I think I can hear birds in the cab. I don't know if that's just me, but I can hear like little tweeting, and which I'm pretty sure you're not meant to hear at this kind of speed. I swear, I don't know. Yeah, I can hear birds singing away in the background. Is the window open or something? No. Well, bizarre. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be hearing birds singing away in an Azuma cab at 115 miles per hour. I think that must be a bug of some description. Unless the birds are literally, I don't know, I've got stuck in one of those compartments over there, I don't know. Oh, here's the tunnel. First one we've encountered. So remember, we haven't started right at the top of the route. We started at Newark Northgate, and we're going to be travelling all the way down to Peterborough. We will do a full-length run. It shouldn't take too long, just under an hour. We have a speed limit of 100 coming up shortly. Wonderful. As always, I have a cup of tea and some biscuits. TY7 Rail fan, hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Just taking the Azuma out for a spin. That looks like a football stadium to me. Oh. It's not. It's a tennis court. That's a very big pylon for lights. Whoop. Pardon me. What's over here? That's a football training ground. Whoops, we need a break. We need a break now. Break, 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 break. Ah! Oh, we've missed it by an absolute country mile. Oh dear. This is what happens when you take a look at a route first time. I have absolutely no idea. I failed as well. Oh dear, never mind. Well, give me a chance. Can I take a look at the station at least? Have we missed any signals by any chance? We haven't, you know. We could reverse back, couldn't we? Yeah, of course not. Ooh, I like that sound. That's the cool sound. That's the best sound of the lot when it was going into reverse or off the emergency brakes. That's the sound of the doors closing. Okay, that's a strange one. Is somebody in this cab watching me, or? Bizarre. Right, let's get in the rear camera. That's a big car park. It's a car park, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Don't worry, people. We're back here at Grantham. Oh, I like that brake squeal. That's nice.
TPWS and AWS operational.
Stupid camera. Alright, what have we got here?
TPWS and AWS operational.
Something called the Ripple. Whatever the hell that is. Some messages. Okay, that's a fictional thing, I think. That's a fictional thing as well. There's a 158. It's come to greet us. Excellent. But yeah, as far as the station is concerned, station infrastructure looks pretty good. You've got little trees dotted around the place. Oop. You got your PIS boards. They seem to be working well. And LNER water refill point. That's pretty good. Yeah, station's pretty good. It's not too bad at all. Ain't bad at all. Let's get back in the cab, shall we? We need to go forward, don't we? Unlock the doors. We'll just edge forward a minute. Train's off path. Oh, bugger. That's my fault. Can I do it again? Yes, I can. Why not? Why not do it again? It'd be fun. Alfie is gonna have... Yes, that's right. Yeah. They won't be licensed, though. They'll just be, let's say, fictional interpretations of those announcements. But in free languages, it is cool. What the hell they will mean in Italian or Swiss German, or Swiss Italian, again, I've no idea. But it'd be quite fun to find out. Sets are full, happy days. So there's no nighttime or setting for the lights, is there? No, doesn't seem to be. Desk illumination set to high. Well, there is no other panels up here that can be opened. No. That's the door to first class, or is it first class? Oh, is this like a kitchen? Oh, that's pretty neat. Mixed recycling, general waste, microwave. It's a little bit low res. I think it should have had a little bit more polish. Well, it's very, very clean, but a bit more detail in there would be nice. You've got your coffee and tea making facilities. A tap and a sink. Yeah, it's alright. It's okay. A little bit too shiny for me. A bit more grubby and a bit more detail in them would be nice. But, I'm not complaining too much. That's okay. At least we can access it and have a look inside. AWS.
CPWS and AWS operational.
Right, let's get cracking. Let's go. Need to make up for lost time. What is it with those doors? My gosh. This is pretending like, I don't know, a member of staff is closing a door for someone's luggage. And that's all I could think of. Whilst the train is running down the track, I do want to have a look at Newark Northgate. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's got some local industry over there. Birds are singing loudly today, blimey. This must be bird mania in this part of the Midland Main Line. Yeah, I mean the scenery around the stations, they don't look too bad. They really don't look too bad. Alfie, the pacer is coming. I know. What a disaster. Anyway, DY's Southern Rail fan says, I don't have TSW4 yet, but I installed my trains and routes to it. Oh, fair enough. Hope you've got enough storage to do that, because that's it's quite a task, isn't it, for some people, if they don't have a compatible hard drive to their, console or even PC even. Imagine, you've got what would be Train Sim World 3 and all those other add-ons. And then you download all the Train Sim World versions of those add-ons that you already have on top of that. I mean, that equates to quite a lot. I mean, this game alone, I think, is nearly... I have deleted not many things. I think I deleted a couple of US freight routes and one German route. I think it's still close to 200 gigabytes, which is just madness. That's more than double of GTA 5, the PlayStation 5 version. I think it's like 95 or 96 gigabytes. Gran Turismo 7 is 118 or 128 now, I think, after it had its massive Spec 2 update. Yeah, I think they're the biggest games I've got storage that take up the most space, other than Train Sim World. So yeah, this is a hungry game that eats up your storage. I mean, I've got a compatible hard drive. I've got a 1 terabyte hard drive on top of the 1 terabyte console hard drive that's in the PlayStation 5. So I've got 2 terabyte, and I'm already running thin on some console storage, so I've had to shift over a load of old games to the compatible hard drive. So I could upgrade the compatible hard drive and get like a 2 terabyte, even a 3 terabyte version. The problem is they're just so expensive. That's the problem. They're not cheap, unfortunately. I could get one for Christmas, but I'm not. It's not on my agenda at the moment. I think I've got 90 odd gigabyte left to play with, so we'll see. I don't plan to get any more games this year. I recently got Assassin's Creed Syndicate on the November sale or something. That's whatever's going on at the moment in the world of PlayStation. I got Assassin's Creed Syndicate for like 70% off. I was like, yeah, I need that back. I haven't played it for years. I used to play it was on my old Xbox, but obviously I don't have that anymore. So now I've got the PlayStation version of Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which is cool because I love that game. Lovely. I love custard creams. This is a chocolate custard cream, which I never heard of until I found them. Very nice though. No doubt about it. One thing I was expecting when approaching Grantham on my first run, my first attempt, I thought the speed limit would get significantly slower as you get, closer to the station. But that obviously isn't the case. So now I know that that's not there to guide me to Grantham. I'm gonna have to put the brakes on, kind of guessing, I suppose. Like when to apply the brakes, how much brake to apply, etc. So that's a challenge, I'll give it that. It would be nice if we had different livery variations of the Azuma. I know there's like a, I think like a Flying Scotsman like version, or one with a Scottish flag on the side. I think there was a livery as well dedicated to Remembrance Weekend or Armistice Day, something like that. I might be wrong. I might be on a different brand completely, actually. It might not be on the Azuma. But there's one with poppies on the side. So that would be cool. It would be cool to see different livery variations on the Azuma. I mean, obviously you could just go into the livery editor and, you know, do it yourself and share it to the community so they can download and play it. But I prefer like a high definition version, and I mean there's probably some sort of mod on the Train Sim community website that already has different liveries for the Zuma. Right, just over 2 miles to go until Grantham. We're just about running to time, which is a surprise. Considering I had a little look around for cab, as well as opening the doors for the passengers. I'll stop braking now, I think. Now, I believe there is a way, or I think that the small, tiny little diesel engine that this unit has is usable in the game, but I think that's just relegated to the scenario side of things, so I don't know if you can pretend to do it in the timetable situation, and which variant has that diesel power unit as well. I'm not sure if it's the 801/1 or the 801/2. I don't even know which variation I'm operating in this particular service. Absolutely no idea. Hey Samuel Smith, nice to see you, hope you're well. Just checking out the East Coast Main Line for the first time. Well, an in-depth look, let's say. Right, approaching Grantham for the second time. First time I failed miserably. This time will be much better. Cameron Stone, hey, how are you? Nice to see you. What have you put? Would the LNER trains go to London King's Cross? Obviously in the timetable menu and PIS boards, the real world services and virtually they can go to London King's Cross, but when I say in the virtual world, they literally like just go off the map, so the AI takes over. And once you've done the service at Peterborough, the AI will take over and just scuttle off down south to London or off the map. But in the game as we speak, you cannot drive or operate trains to London King's Cross, unfortunately.
Anything suspicious, please tell a member of staff or the police.
I think you can do them in Train Simulator, but that's not the point. We should be able... What we should have had is a different section of the East Coast Main Line. I got my numbers completely wrong when I looked at London to Peterborough. I thought it was like hundreds and hundreds of miles, but it's not. I think it's between 72 and 80 miles, London and Peterborough. So it's roughly the same length as Peterborough to Doncaster we have in the game. Whoop. but again, you know, it comes down to a conflict with what fans want to see, what the Dovetail executives or whoever's in their boardroom wants to see, and they want to see, you know, the next big paycheck or money flowing in from the game's release. And obviously they have strict timelines and deadlines to meet, which means Dovetail, you know, they're stuck in a little corner. What can they do when it comes to East Coast Mainline? They're not going to delay the game any further. So they had to compromise and make the easiest, I suppose, section of the East Coast Main Line to build, which is a shame. I would have loved to have seen London to Peterborough. It would have been far better route to enjoy, to operate, you know, etc. Especially with different layers adding in multiple services. I mean, the 700 itself in Thameslink form, it's got, what, 60 odd services, I think, just going in and out of Peterborough and the depot. So that just gives you a little snippet of what could have been possible with not only doing, you know, high-speed services from Peterborough to London, but also having loads of variation of, you know, different services operated by the AI, especially in the London area or on the outskirts of London. But, you know, what can we do? Could we have an extension to the East Coast Main Line, or maybe a separate route entirely that forms the southern section of the East Coast Main Line? I would hope so, but I have my doubts. Right, the next and final stop is Peterborough, just over 28 miles away. So let's rock and roll. I haven't really explored well, any of it until now, Samuel Smith. So yeah, I haven't played it much, to be honest with you. I just haven't had time to play it much. So I mean, it looks okay. It's so far it's better than what I expected from Dovetail as far as route scenery goes. Will it be boring? It depends what layers you have. The freight services look quite interesting, I'm not going to lie. That is, when I looked at the types of freight services you can do on East Coast Main Line, I was like, well, okay, it's not just end-to-end boring freight services. It's quite a nice little mix in there. Not just for doing, you know, freight as regards, you know, intermodal or oil, you know, tankers, automotive services as well, I believe, are in there, or aggregate services, but you can do, I think, as well, what is it, what's it called? It was in my brain and it just disappeared. The railhead treatment train, that's it. You can do some duties on there as well in the early morning or in the night. So as far as the timetable goes, I think Dovetail did the best of what they could do. You know, it's like the best ever bad situation. But I can't complain that if we had the southern section of the East Coast Main Line, we would have had way more variation of what we could do and see. No question about that. I think the reason was down to why Dovetail didn't want to do it is not only time constraints, but the fact that I think it was like if they wanted to build the London area to a level that they thought was acceptable, it just wouldn't have been possible. Which is quite nice to hear, because you know, you want to see standards improve as far as, you know, route creation is concerned. But if that means having a, you know, a choice of, you know, are we going to have a route that's high scenery, you know, high quality, or are we just not going to do the route at all? I would rather have that route with maybe okay-ish scenery, you know, London scenery, or built up cities, than no route at all. I would happily take that on the chin and, you know, grin and bear it. So it's disappointing that we can't have that, which then begs the question, is those type of routes ever going to happen that involve, you know, building and populating dense urban areas or cities or towns? Because if I couldn't do it for the launch of Train Sim World 4, then does that mean they're never going to do it again? I don't know. We'll see. Cameron Stone, does the Southern trains run to and from Watford Junction on Train Sim World 4? No. There is no Watford Junction in Train Sim World 4 at all. Just trying to think. There is... No. I'm pretty sure there isn't. I would have done it otherwise. As far as updates to this route scenery goes, Dovetail say they've improved the texture or some of the materials, like water textures and trees and all the natural landscape, which it was apparently done to improve the route stability and performance. I haven't seen anything water-wise, so I haven't seen any rivers or lakes, so, or small lakes, that is. Has it aided the stream's performance? Well, it's running reasonably smooth. It's in a smoothish state. There's a bit of stuttering now and again, but as far as I could tell, it's going okay. What was nice is that Dovetail has addressed the horrendous performance on the New York Trenton, and I had a little try on it, and the stability had made a 360-degree U-turn. It was way, way better. So much smoother. 17 miles to go until Peterborough. Cameron Stone, where does the 170 run to and from on Train Sim World? Well, it doesn't go far. Let me just give you a hint. It goes from Rainham to Dartford on the Southeastern High Speed, as far as passenger operations go. You can do some empty stop moves, I think, from, was it Gillingham to the Gillingham depot, I think. And you can do some empty stop moves from Peterborough to the sidings just outside of the station. I wouldn't know where the sidings are, to be honest with you. That's a long freight train there, look at that. Where would they be? That's some 66s down there, isn't it? I think the... I would say the yard is maybe over here, but that's a guess. I don't know. I haven't been down there yet. We'll find out when we get there. But certainly the 170 is a nice unit to operate. And it's good to see the brand Thameslink represented in Train Sim World. Hey Liam, nice to see you. Hope you're well. How are things going as blinds are concerned? Wow. Oh yeah, the wipers. Just found out those screens don't work. I haven't really paid attention to them. That's disappointing. Wipers, wipers, wipers. Ah. It's wiper parking position on the left. Just want to see if they work. Oh. There we go, they work. I was going to say. Thought they were broken. That would be very good if you were doing a wet scenario or a service in the wet weather or a thunderous downpour. That wouldn't be very good. That's a DRA, yep, that does work as well. That's good, good. Let's have a look inside the coaches when we get to Peterborough. I think some official LNER signage or posters have been put into the station concourses. I didn't see it at Grantham. All I managed to get a glimpse was virtual Dovetail Games rubbish, whatever it was. I mean, it's creative, no doubt. It's just it's not authentic, is it? Ooh, what was that? There was a building that attracted my attention. What is this? This seems like some sort of local industry. Can't tell what it is, but they're just boxes, yeah? What's this, an Amazon warehouse or something? Or, I don't know, some sort of distribution centre? Not Royal Mail, surely. I don't know. Might be. I've no idea. Cameron Stone, will we get Train Sim World 5 coming out? Probably next year, or the year after, yes. Wouldn't think about it just yet. Blimey. Number 4's only just released. We're not even 2 months into its life cycle yet. Oh, there's water, there's a lake. Dovetail said they've updated the water textures. Okay. It sounds alright. It looks a little bit flat to me. Why not make it a little bit more murky? It's nice to see that the loading screens are broken. Excellent. Probably, Liam. Probably. Liam, sorry I'm late. Had a bloody scammers. I know. Terrible, aren't they, these days? You're not only getting them on your, you know, trying to phone you or text you, but you're now getting them on your social media platforms, which is frustrating. I get it on Instagram way more now, and Snapchat for some very bizarre reason. Trying to make you sign up to do this thing so you can get £10,000 in less than an hour in your bank account when it's not true. Don't do it. We've had a bit of trackage there that's come into play, and there's about to be another one. Have a look at that. Just over 3 miles to go until Peterborough. Hang on a second. So the track that's just joined us, that goes to the likes of Oakham, and goes through Stamford as well, and the track that joined us on the left, that has services that goes to the likes of Spalding and Sleaford. Right, Peterborough coming up. Another 66. Maximum brakes. Might be a wise thing to do. I want to have a good look around Peterborough. We're ahead of schedule as well, so that's fine. Just thinking now, of a local industry we passed there. I wonder if you could do anything regarding those sidings. I don't think you can, but it would be interesting if Dovetail probably will make some sort of gameplay pack for it. I don't know, add a different type of wagon or something, or hopper, whatever, for to serve that little. It seemed to look like a little old school distribution centre, or maybe it might be a local business. I've no idea. I've seen a lot of 66s, a lot of them, not just in the Peterborough area, but on the journey. Quite a few. Okay, coming into Peterborough now. We'll probably have to stop at the end of the platform. I'm glad to say that the dance show I did, what I was going to do is now over. It's finished, it's done. I did it last night. Spent all day in the blimmin' theatre. I was there from 9 AM to 9 PM. But it was good fun. So now it's over, I can dedicate a bit more of my free time to some of the YouTube and train sim world. Or just some life in my life in general. Yeah, there's the Thameslink train. There he goes. Bye bye. Back to London. Welcome to Peterborough, home to RU Peterborough, your employment focused university. Is it now? Right.
Ticket checks are in operation at this station.
So this train would... Oh, maybe not. Okay, fair enough. We don't get a nice little look around Peterborough. Oh, that's a shame. Oi, you can't go yet? Oh, it's too early. You at least let me... Oh, I can cheat. Hang on. Can I not get in? Thank you. I'll sit in the second man's seat. There we go. Oh, can I not look at the free camera? No? Oh, that's a shame. Oh well. We'll pick a service that goes from Peterborough and have a look around. I'll have a sip of tea whilst I'm at it, I think. Nope. Nearly broke the mic there. Oh, lovely. Okay. Yeah, I'll quickly just show you. I've got all of the bits and bobs installed. So 158s, HSTs in there, which was a nice surprise. Flying Scotsman, the 700, the 47 for some bizarre reason, and the Class 66. Right. Let's go. Come on, game. Thank you. Quicken the shed. High-speed hybrid. Zooming around. Right. Let's go from Peterborough to Doncaster this time. Oh no, that's a foggy, rainy day. Yeah, that one will do. London to Leeds. Let's pick that. Thank you. Right, very cloud, gloomy day. Oh, I'm gonna take a guess. I'd say the left. No, wrong side. Never mind. Guess failed. Never mind. Full the right hand side. Thank you very much. Switch on these systems. Sounds like a windy day too. Alright, so this is Peterborough. That seems to have, seems like this platform's had a recent extension. Interesting. So we've got a freight service. That's just departing. Excellent, excellent. What else is there? What else? The Dove news. That's Dovetail Live news. Is coffee the new water? Wonderful. Here's a 700. That's going to Horsham. Yep, Horsham indeed, with a lot of stations. Disabled car park, good. There's 158. Tucked down the end here. Where's this one going? That's going to Lincoln. Oh, I like that. You could have lighting in there's playing up. This little virtual snacks and drinks place there. This must be this very small ticket hall. Got a cafe. Customer information point with all these PIS screens up here. Oh, I like that. That's quite cool. That's nice. That's cool. I like that. We're not going just yet. I just want to have a look up the line in the yards. So we've got 2 units connected together for this service. So that should be a 10-car train. 10 coach train? Yep, 10 coach it is. I'll lock the doors and we'll get moving, albeit very slowly. That's fine by me. Allow plane overhead. Oh, we got a level crossing there. So this is 66 land over here by the looks of it. You've got 3 of them tucked up here. Oh, you've got a refueling stand there as well. That's cool. Got some sidings which are no longer in use by the looks of it. What else? What else? We got some huge sidings over here. Big yard here. This must be for the freight stuff, surely. Or maybe where the Azumas go to sleep. I don't know where the Azuma depot is. I thought he'd be round here. It might be right down there, I don't know. It's quite vast and big, you know, the Peterborough area here, you know, in terms of the sidings and I presume the Azuma depot's down the other end. So, yes, a lot of trackage. The traffic is working in the route, that's good. Got a signal box. Eastfield. A couple of workers there doing having a break by the looks of it. Let's get back in the cab, speed along a little bit. I would be able to explore at a much quicker pace when we're in the free cam, but unfortunately Dovetail have taken away the way you can move around faster with the free camera. Why they took it away, God only knows. Maybe they don't want you to use it. I don't know. Tractor Free Thrasher. Hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Hope you well. Is this worth the buy or wait till a sale comes up? Currently got TSW. Oh, I'd wait for a sale. 100%. This is not worth 50 odd quid, let alone 30 quid in my eyes. Now, I think this iteration of the East Coast Main Line, you know, from the get go, it was a poor concept. The section they've chosen was obviously, you know, for them it was the quickest and maybe the easiest section they could make, and obviously, you know, that compromises the player's experience. Certainly, I've always maintained that if they made the East Coast Main Line South from Peterborough to London, I'd say you should definitely pick that route up, no doubt, but unfortunately they chose not to do it, so it's difficult. But you know, with what Dovetail has made, I think the scenery is above my expectations. It's better than what I expected. The Azuma's it's okay. I think the sound occlusion is a little bit odd. I mean, you can hear the birds chirping away in the trees in the cab at like 100 miles an hour. For some reason it's very quiet when you're facing forwards, but when you go to the left it's very noisy, and when you go to the right it's noisy as well. Also, the doors have a mind of their own. They want to open and close every time you I mean the cab doors I should say, and the door to the corridor, for some reason they have a mind of their own every time you're at a station. There's no question that London to Peterborough West Coast Main Line South route would have been definitely better from a playing experience. You would see way more services than what we have, especially with when it comes to layers being added into the route. But you know, Dovetail have done a decent job with the timetable. I mean, they've added services, well, albeit for the AI to use, to make the route feel a little bit more alive, let's say. So, for example, I think Dovetail said they simulated the real-world services for the brands such as Grand Central, Lumo and Hull trains, but obviously they can't use the multiple units with deliveries of those brands because they don't have the license for those brands. So the next best thing Dovetail could do was just basically let the Azuma LNER, liveried Azuma I should say, take the place of doing those services instead of officially licensed stock from Azuma, Hull Trains, Grand Central, and Lumo. I must commend Dovetail also for the freight. I'm surprised there's a decent bit of freight going on, not just from the players' side of things, playing them, but also the AI. I've seen quite a few 66s knocking around, doing the respective freight duties, be it intermodal or tankers. So that is quite nice. And it's also cool to see the 158 doing some services which you can actually play as well and enjoy. The 700, even though it's cool to see it in the Peterborough station, it's very disappointing. It's so limited for what it can do. All you can really do as far as operating the 700 on this route goes is that you could just trundle in and out of Peterborough to the nearby depot or sidings, and that's about it. You can't do any passenger services as such, which is very disappointing. Just makes you think, if we had that West Coast Main Line South from Peterborough to London, we could use the 700, and it would be a completely different experience without 700, that's for sure. Rather than just going in and out of a depot over and over and over again. HST can be you could run a couple of services on here as well, the East Midlands trains variant I should say, so that's a nice touch. And obviously, of course, you could use the Flying Scotsman on here. Yes, I know. And I'll be taking a look at the Flying Scotsman in tomorrow's stream. That will be on Monday the 13th of November. The Flying Scotsman is definitely good. Is it better than the Azuma? Yes. No doubt about it. I think the Dovetail took a little bit more time with the Flying Scotsman than the Azuma. To me, anyway. I don't know, maybe the sound occlusion on this Azuma is a little bit off. And just the simplest things as well, like, just being able to maybe touch the touch screen and see different things on that display. These displays here don't work at all. It just would be nice to have a bit more interactivity in this cab. Even if it doesn't, have anything to do with how you operate the train, it just would be nice to just fiddle around, press some buttons, and make you feel involved in what you're doing, let's say. So this service just goes from Peterborough straight to Doncaster, no stops whatsoever, and Doncaster is just over 60 miles away. Hope it doesn't rain. Liam had a game of football this week in the league game, and we won 8-0. Oh, second place. Oh, very good. Well done. So we're due into Doncaster at 14:39, or roughly 20 to 3 in the afternoon in the game. So we should make it ahead of schedule. We passed that little industry. I want to see what that's it. What is that? That old school looking warehouse with some tracks running into its facility. I want to see what that's about. Let's see if I could find it. Where's Peterborough? For crying out loud. I'm trying to look on my map here. Peterborough, here we go. I don't know if I will be able to find it, but I'll definitely have a good go at having a look. It depends what time period this route is portraying. I think it's bang up to date. One thing that is a surprise is that Dovetail hasn't added the Class 90 or 91 locomotives and its respective coaches and cab car. That would be quite cool to see. Right, just scrolling up the line, trying to see where this business is, or whatever that industry is. It might not even exist anymore. I have no idea. I've been knocked down, gone out of business. Difficult. Let me just check. I just want to look at the map. Is it in between those two sets of tracks? No, it's after it. Okay. It's very tricky. Aha, that's the business, or what's left of it. My god, it's a different place now compared to what the game portrays it as. Wow. Unfortunately, it doesn't say what the site is. Oh, that's a shame. What is it? What is that? That's a pain in the neck. I have no idea what it is. It doesn't say. It's a massive facility, way bigger than what I thought it was. No doubt about it. Driven 80 miles, that's excellent. Ease the power a little bit. Well, from what the map, from the view of the map, it looks to be, I don't know, it's not it's a very dirty, dusty kind of facility. So, I'm trying to get a feeling: is it an aggregate facility, or is it something to do with like parcels or containers or something? I've no idea. Unless it's a manufacturer that makes the kind of intermodal containers, then I'm not so sure, but that's a puzzling one, that. There's a nearby holiday park. That's no good. I want to know what the facility is next to it. Oh well. It's near the town of Tallington. Interesting that. Alright, let's begin acceleration again. 50 miles to go until Doncaster. And then I think I'll do one more passenger service after this, and then I'll call it a day, I think. Horns are not too bad. Sounds quite good. Liam purchased a new car today. 1927. Oh, Buick. A Buick 120. Oh. I don't know what that model is, to be honest, but I know the name Buick. I haven't heard that in a very long time. I think they haven't gone out of business yet. I think China's still keeping that company afloat somehow. Buick. Oh, good grief. That's an old, very old Buick. Oh dear, 1927. Wow. That's older than I thought. Right, we're going through Grantham. Albeit massively over the speed limit, I do apologise. What are you going to use it for? If it's not for you. Alright, let's have a look at the rest of the line north of Newark Northgate, because that's all I've seen so far. But yeah, as far as other lines go, from Grantham, you've got lines that connect to some towns like Botsford, what else? Carlton, Netherfield, which is near the outskirts of Nottingham. Don't get lost, Spurs. We're on the map. Newark Northgate, here we go. Let's have a look. You've got Newark Castle. It's nearby. And that line, it actually goes into Nottingham, connecting up with Netherfield as well. Retford, I haven't been there yet, actually. Look forward to having a little visit there. In the game, that is, of course. Retford, no. Near Doncaster, obviously, you got lots of lines going to various places. You got one going to Gainsborough Central, or whatever you want to call it. Scunthorpe. What else? This one goes to Swinton Interchange, Mexborough, Coinsborough, however you say it. Fawn as well. What else? And a line that wiggles its way up to Leeds. I could have done the section going to Leeds at least. I would have saved Dovetail a bit of face. Saved Dovetail from immediate embarrassment. Never mind. Oh, for your uncle. Oh, that's nice. Oh, lovely. It was my sister's birthday, and my cousin's birthday yesterday. I'm sure my cousin had a lovely birthday. He went to a garden centre and to actually quite a nice cafe. Actually, in the garden centre, not gonna lie. Yeah, and he went with his parents, and yeah, we enjoyed it. Had a nice day out, which is good. And my sister, well, she was working, so not the greatest of birthdays, but you know, it was a nice celebration at the end with the cake, and they had prosecco, but I don't drink prosecco. Not my forte. Just under 40 miles to go until Doncaster. Just thinking, what other types of services can you do on here, passenger-wise? Obviously, you can do non-stop runs from Peterborough to Doncaster. I think you could do ones which do all stops from Peterborough to Doncaster, so you end up stopping at Newark, Northgate, Retford and Grantham, I think. Or if the 158 does that, I might pick the 158 instead. We'll see. We'll see. We will see what the journeyman has to offer as regards to a different type of passenger service. This weather in the game pretty much sums up the weather at the moment. It's cold and wet and dull and dark and grim. It absolutely poured down with rain last night out of nowhere. Absolute nowhere. It was quite nice at first. I mean, I went out to go and get a coffee at a coffee shop near the theatre I was at, and it was lovely. I mean, the sun briefly came out, and it was cold, mind you, very, very cold, but it was nice to have the sun out. I thought, oh, it was quite a nice day. I was saying to my friend, you know, it's typical that we're stuck inside the theatre all day when the weather's nice for once, and then when I came out at night, 9 o'clock at night, and found out it was absolutely hammering it down with rain. It was windy and absolutely chucking it down. I thought, oh, Jesus Christ. And today it's been mixed bag, really. Bit, sometimes rainy and sometimes cold and windy. I think it just started to rain actually as I begun the stream, albeit light rain, so yeah, weather's not great. There's a Azuma parked there. We're about to come through Newark Northgate. There we go. I think that was Newark Northgate, right? That's got to be Newark Northgate. Yes, it is. So all this is new territory for me. No idea what to expect. We got a speed limit of 100 coming up. Ooh, I like that bridge we just passed. That looked interesting. Yeah, and the majority of this route is just countryside, with some towns dotted around some nearby villages. There's a couple of lakes as well, and rivers. There are some other lines that pass over the East Coast Main Line. But that's me clutching at straws, really. It's not It's not exactly a scenic route. Let's put it that way. But you know, as far as the railway is concerned, you know, seeing different types of operations at work, be it, you know, Azumas in the sidings or 66s chugging around doing the freight work, or the 158 doing its passenger services as well. Might even see the Flying Scotsman. I've no idea. Quite surprised at how many level crossings there are. I'll give it that. Definitely more than the definitely more than the Southeastern High Speed, surely. And millions more than Great Western Express doesn't have any, does it? No, not that I can think of. Well, I don't know. Maybe not now, but because I think maybe back then there might have been maybe one or two. I might be on the branch lines though, going to Henley or Ascot, maybe. Heathrow, no idea. Don't go to Heathrow Airport on the train. I've only been via Heathrow Airport in a car. Seems like we're following another train. By the looks of it. Yeah, we've got a yellow signal, so there's obviously a train in front of us that's stopping at all the stations on this route. Again, the stations, there's only 5 of them. It would be nice if we had a bit more. But I suppose 5 is an improvement compared to Schnellfahrstrecke Kurlaken's 3. So that's something, I suppose. It's a positive. But the route is nowhere near as long as Castle Würzburg. That's like 100 and... is it 13 miles? This is between 70 and 80. I don't know the exact number. In terms of mileage. Liam, my cousin's birthday comes up on the 18th of December. What a horrible time to have a birthday. And yeah, well, my birthday's not long before that. Mine's on the 12th of December, so yeah, I know the feeling. You know, you get asked by family members or close friends, what do you want for your birthday and or Christmas? I'm like, I've no bloody idea, mate. I've got no idea. I don't really want anything for birthday or Christmas, honestly. I'm not that bothered. Just not anymore. Because what I would like is, you know, a couple of weeks abroad or on a cruise or something, but that's not going to happen, so. But in a couple of weeks' time I am going away for a week, so that's fine. Nowhere, nothing fancy or nowhere abroad. It's just going up to London to see my mum's sister for her birthday. So, and I'm taking the train. I would have used the car, but obviously, what's it called? There's the new restrictions. Let's say when it comes to the ULEZ regulations in London now, unfortunately. Because before I could do it, you know, I could quite easily go in and out of London without paying a penny, you know, when driving. But now, since the ULEZ zone has been expanded, yeah, that's out of the question. I now have to use the train, which is a pain in the neck, really. But you know, what can you do? Just over 20 miles to go until Doncaster. No. Just some football pitches. Thought it might have been a stadium. I haven't thought about stadiums in this area. There might not be any nearby. At least that's what I think. I don't think there is. Right, time to get on the brakes. I was too busy looking at the notifications on my phone. I do apologise. Back under the speed limit for now. Very winter vibe, an autumnal feel on this particular service. Let's see if these level crossings actually work. Couple of cars, there's a car coming up. So you're going to stop at the gate. Ooh, they sound cool, those level crossings. Sound like the Daleks. Maybe not. It won't open for long. Never mind. Back in the cab. I've missed a lot. I want to have a look now. I think we've just passed Retford. Is that Retford? Yes, it is. Couple of sidings right near the station. 15 miles to go until Doncaster. No, I'm not surprised I don't trust you, Liam. I'm not surprised. You just spend thousands on the daily occurrence. Absolutely mad. Let's have a look at the scenery. Is it a flat, horrendous grass texture? Yes, it is. Oh dear. What a disappointment. I mean, I know it's the easiest section that Dovetail can make, but at least make the grass texture a bit better. Or the fields look a bit better. And put some livestock in them as well. I mean, you know, they're all empty. They're all dead. It's like, Christ. Surely there must be some livestock in these fields around this line somewhere. You know, sheep and cows, or heck, even horses. Would be nice. Or even have a tractor or something, you know, pretending to go about its work, or I don't know, a combine harvester even. In the summer months, you know, anything like that would be something. It would be an improvement, that's for sure. But you know, Dovetail probably say the reason why they do this, reuse this stupid and ugly and horrible looking texture to simulate what fields look like is probably to save performance and all that kind of stuff, improve stability and frame rate, etc., etc. I think the time has come to ditch those old school Xboxes and PlayStations. But Dovetail won't, because it probably makes up a big chunk of their revenue. I would be at all surprised. I'd probably say 30%. Maybe more, who knows? I don't know. Just guessing. Speed limit of 110 coming up, so let's get on the brakes. The speed limit will be increasing once more to 125 miles per hour. I mean, it does feel quick. I reckon the Azuma can go faster than that. Legally as well. I reckon it could be. I do need to have a look inside the coaches. Hopefully if the game gives me more time, I'll be able to have a look around the interiors of the coaches. Samuel Smith, who does better, Rivet or just trains? Who does better on what? Train Sim World or Train Simulator? Because if you say Train Sim World, that's unfair. Because, you know, Just Trains is only just released, well, it's about to release its first ever product. So I mean, if you want about third-party devs, and you've got to throw in TSG, you know, Train Sim Germany, and certainly Skyhook Games into the conversation. You can't just pick Rivet Games, because obviously if you're going to mention Train Sim World, then obviously people are going to say Just Trains, because of how good its first route, may I add, looks and sounds on paper. You know, Rivet Games are slowly improving. I mean, the Tirano route, the Bernina line, looks okay. And even though I'm against the stupid gameplay packs that they're making for their two respective routes, Rosa Line and ScotRail Express, the Rosa Line gameplay pack it doesn't look too bad. It does offer something new in the form of an aggregate freight wagon, which has certainly caught my interest. Is it worth 10 quid? No. I mean, the ScotRail Express thing, forget about that. I mean, it's already using a piece of rolling stock that we've already have, which I think is included in West Cornwall Local. We've already got the 66, which we've had numerous times. The liveries included in the pink one Express. We've seen that on many containers in, well, not just the UK but American routes as well. I think the only new livery is the DRS colours, blue colours, but other than that, it's pretty much samey. So that pack for ScotRail Express, I'm definitely not getting. Complete waste of time and money for me. The Arosa line looks a bit more interesting, not gonna lie. It's not £10 worth, probably £5 worth, but yeah. But we can't judge Just Trains versus Rivet Games just yet. It's too soon for Just Trains, because we need to see more products. You know, maybe rolling into Train Sim World with a great looking route, not gonna lie, but we need to see what else he's gonna do. You know, what about loco add-ons and other routes as well, you know, set in the present day. So long way to go till we judge Train Sim World, Just Trains versus Rivet and TSG and Skyhook. This frame rate seems to have... oh dear, this frame rate is suffering a bit here in the Doncaster area. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's not what I was expecting. Oh dear. I think it's a bit busy because of the massive freight yard. Wow. It is a big place. Look at that. That's bigger than I thought, not gonna lie. Whoa, we gotta stop. We got a red. We're ahead of schedule, which is great, but we're gonna have to hold still for a little bit. And again, I want to go back to that conversation of Just Trains versus Rivet. Rivet Games is like a stock graph, you know, it's been a bit up and down. The Arosa line was a bit wobbly. They are slowly improving that route with some gameplay packs. I've got the RHP collection, which I mainly got for because it was Christmas offerings, and the other Arosa line pack that's coming on the 21st of November. It looks okay. It looks decent. I mean, it's got a new timetable as well, a completely brand spanking new timetable, which obviously interests me. A couple of new liveries. One of them I'm not a big fan of. Yeah, it does interest me. I'm not going to lie. Would I pick it up at a sale? Absolutely. It does hold some interest. And on a discount, I think that it would be okay-ish value. It'd certainly add. Definitely will add something new and to experience on the Arosa line. I mean, a brand spanking new timetable, some aggregate duties, which is a big surprise on the steep mountainous terrain that is the Arosa line, and heck, another set of liveries for the 442. Can't complain, really. If they improve the horrendous distant scenery on the Arosa line, then hands down I would say, hey, this is definitely a route to check out along with its two respective gameplay packs if you could get them for a discount. ScotRail Express, that gameplay pack, the Engineering Express, whatever it's called, that's a complete waste of time and money. Do not get that. It's stuff you've already got, literally. Just don't buy it. But again, the Arosa line offers something new, a new timetable and a new type of wagon, along with a couple of new liveries that we haven't seen before. So, hands down, I would say the Arosa line pack that's being released on the 21st is a damn sight better than the ScotRail Express. I would just stay clear. There's that Engineering Express pack for ScotRail Express. Can we go yet, or No, we're running late now. Oh dear. What's happened to the road? It's, oh dear, that's horrendous. Obviously, Dovetail didn't think that a train would stop at this, junction by the looks of it. Oh dear. That is awful. Absolutely awful. That is shocking. Anyway, let's forget about that. Can I get back in the cab? Can I go yet even? Still a red signal. Why is that? We should have clearance to proceed. We have a free run into a clear run too for into Doncaster. Shouldn't be a problem. Move up to the signal and wait. Oh, okay, fair enough. I'm going to take a screenshot of that road junction and put it on the forums. Because that is not good. Not good at all. I know it's a piece of road and, you know, we're not going to be playing on that piece of road, but, you know, it's just it's the simplest of things, like, Jesus Christ. Can they not get a bit of road right? You know, a bit of road junction right? It doesn't have to look exactly squeaky, you know, accurate. It just needs to look okay, and if it doesn't look okay, I'm not happy about it. You know, remember, people pay a lot of money for these things. These DLCs aren't cheap. Far from cheap. If this was half the price, then maybe, just maybe, I'd let go of it. Of those kind of niggles, but unfortunately, it's not half price. It will only be half price if you get it on a ridiculously steep discount. But sadly, that's not going to happen. Not for a while, anyway. I haven't seen this route been advertised on a sale, from what I can tell. Certainly not from a PlayStation perspective. I think there was like a free trial where you could play the game for like a couple of hours. But a couple of hours is nothing. Okay, so here we are at Doncaster, and nearly 3 minutes late, but it's okay, we made it. Made it in one piece, that is good. Alright, this is Doncaster, and wowee, what a station. Is that a station building? It is. Wow. It's not just a station building, it's a shopping centre. Hey. Brilliant. I haven't been to a shopping centre in years. My God. So what's knocking around this depot then? Some East Midlands trains coaches by the looks of it. Ooh, okay. Oh, can I not? Oh, Christ. Oops. I pressed the wrong button. That's my fault. Oh, well, what we will do is, as I promised, I think I will take a look at the coaches. Yeah, why not? Alright, I'll take a look at the coaches and then I'll find another service. If not, then heck, I'll call it a day. Right, let's get this bucket of bolts at least set up, ready to depart. What side of the platform? We need to unlock the doors on the left. Set the lights. I imagine the coaches already have its aircon or heating and lighting turned on. I do not know. Right, let's go. Let's have a little peek. Now, I've already had a look in there. It's not too bad. A bit too clean and a bit less detail. Where's the door? Oh, they don't work. Oh. Right, so this is first class. Disabled toilet, okay. Stand at the guard station. Oh. Local door only, door release, door release. Door key switch. Ooh, could it work? Yeah, it does. Oh, I like that. Does it lock? No? Oh. Maybe not. Should work, shouldn't it? Of course it should. It's a door. No? It does. You can't close it from the door, from the guard panel. It's a bit of a pain. Well, at least you can open it, I suppose. That's something. Switch it off. Right, welcome to first class. It's low. Crikey. So the PIS system is in full working order. Got the time, what coach you're in. I think out of PIS. Going a like little display of the locations this service would stop at. There we go. Oh no, it just says hello and welcome aboard. The LNER Azuma, oh yeah it does, to London King's Cross. We will call at Peterborough and London King's Cross. Fair enough, that works. Good. Is this... Oh, it's still first class. My bad. I don't want to be in just first class. I want to have a look at everything. Is this second class? Yep, so standard class, I should say. I like the floor. The floor looks cool. Pretty much your standard, well, standard seats and standard class, really. Yeah, PIS boards work in this garage as well. That's good. Good, good, good. I think that's all there is to see. I think. Yeah. 2 units connected together, that's good. Crew use only. What's in... Still the same tea and coffee making facilities. Or cooking facilities. Nice to see the passengers have their some luggage. I've seen that quite a few routes actually, not just the new routes. Suitcases and hand luggage as well, so that's good. Got your little waiting room with a PIS board, I like that, and finally some LNER signage. It's a nice poster, not gonna lie. Right, let's go back to the main menu. So, yeah, as far as the interior goes, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's as I expected. It's got the essentials, let's say. Your PIS boards and the right-looking seats, and the lighting's on at least. Liam, by the way, my PC is... He'll be smashed up, excuse me, on Saturday. That doesn't surprise me. Roads need to be resurfaced. Yeah, you definitely do. That's for sure. Yeah. Cars get broken like that. We finished him off. I had a feeling you'd say that. Right, let's have a look. What else can you do? I wonder if you could do an all-stop service. Operated Class 801 and a variety of weather conditions. That's Grantham to Doncaster. I have not done that, actually. No, I haven't. What's that one? New at Northgate. 70 stock. We'll take a look at the service pattern, actually, for the... this fella. I want to have a look at this. So what does this do? This goes from Grantham to Peterborough. Oh, okay. I thought it was up in the Doncaster end. Obviously I was mistaken. So that's Grantham to Peterborough. Might do that another day. Yeah, but that Azuma going from Grantham to Doncaster. That's one I haven't explored yet, have I? Yeah, Grantham to Doncaster. Grantham to Doncaster. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? The stream is close to 2 hours, but that's fine. No need to worry. Oh, lovely. Nice cup of tea. As far as sporting stuff goes in my life, Reading fell apart again in League One, and it looks like they're heading straight down to League Two, so that's another relegation on the cards. And Tottenham have decided to fall apart in just over a week, which is completely their own fault, no question about it. Oh, this is no bloody good. This is at bloody night time. Much as I like a winter wonderland, maybe on the Christmas Eve, but not in a game, thank you very much. Yeah, Tottenham decided to fall apart in just over a week, which is totally their own fault. If it wasn't for 2 players getting sent off, we could have quite easily have held Chelsea to a draw, no doubt about it. The fact that we somehow held on with 9 men, boggles the mind, really, and stayed at 2-1 for... Well, it was 1-1 for quite a long period of the game. And at Wolves, which I didn't actually see, for some reason we just, fell apart. Which is no surprise, it's Tottenham. So, but we are still in the top 4, that is the target, and we are ahead of schedule, let's say. Hope we keep to the schedule of the top 4. So we're not having that one, that's terrible service. Let's see about this one. Grantham to Doncaster. This one should be okay. That's better. Right, let's fire the wipers up, shall we? It's not that wet. Yeah, set it to 5. Desk illumination. I'm surprised the lights aren't set up for me. There we go. A windy, rainy day. That sounds familiar. So here we are at Grantham. Hello, what have we got over here? Oh, 158. Oh, lovely. This is going to Nottingham, of all places. I had a feeling this train was going somewhere. I had a feeling there was 158s at the top section of the map. So I imagine this train will then depart and then go off the map west to Nottingham. We can't go yet. My bad. It's got some weathering underneath on the near the ground, but on the wheels and bogies. But again, the texturing is a little bit fuzzy. There's no depth to the texture. You know what I mean? So this is going to Nottingham, right? So this calls Botsford, Bingham, Radcliffe and Nottingham. And this one is going to Harrogate. Oh, it's going anyway. Alright, we're going to Harrogate. Oh, lovely. Right. Let's go before that one takes off. Oh, it's taking off now, in fact. Go, go, go. We've got a race on our hands. Obviously, we've won the race because we have a high-speed train. Off he goes. Or she goes. Off it goes to Nottingham. Doncaster is 47 miles away. Not quite halfway, but we're near halfway. So yeah, overall, is this route worth getting? At full price, no chance. I don't know. I'm kind of mixed about it. I kind of like it. At the same time, I kind of don't like it because of its concept. If Dovetail did a different section of the East Coast Main Line, be it London to Peterborough, even I don't know, Christ. Peterborough to York even, it would have been so much better because the amount of things you can do. With this section, you are very limited for what you can do, and even though Dovetail was trying to make it as busy as possible with different AI trains simulating different services from completely different brands that aren't even licensed from the game, having other layers being usable, like your 158s on playable and AI services. HST's 66 freight I think is decent, and the Azuma itself, I'm a bit disappointed by it actually. I thought it would be a bit better. I think what you can do in the cab is a little bit under par. The audio occlusion is not great. I've heard better audio, not gonna lie. And some of the textures certainly at the bottom of the unit outside, they're not highly detailed. Yeah, there's some textures to make it look, worn and battered by the elements, so to speak. But again, there's no depth to it. Again, in the cab, there's not much you can really do in the cab. Well, there's always switches and buttons and things, but as far as screens concerned, that's practically non-existent. So that's not very good. The route itself, it's okay. I mean, from what I've seen, it's above my. It's above my expectations. I thought it was going to be pretty crappy, to be honest with you. I'd say the scenery from Peterborough to Grantham is actually not bad, actually. I think going from Grantham to Doncaster, I think it's mostly just countryside, and I'm not going to say the countryside is crap or anything like that. It's just a bit lifeless, again with the flat textures to simulate or look like, fields. Like, where's the flowers, where's growing grass, where's some livestock, where's some farm machinery, all this kind of stuff. Just make it look a little bit lively, at times it looks, at times it just looks like, COVID lockdown, it's all quiet and there's nothing going on. That being said, as far as the nature is concerned on this route, the ambience of the urban and natural environments, the towns and especially the big yards and major stations like Doncaster and Peterborough, isn't too bad. So I give this route a I'd say a 6 out of 10. Just over 6, I think. The concept was flawed from the very beginning, and immediately, you're limited to what you can do. But what Dovetail has, tried to do with this route, making it as busy as possible, and the amount of things you can do and see, is it's okay. It's okay. Is this route worth £30? Absolutely not. Is it worth on the discount? If you get it maybe a smidge under maybe if you get it 50% off or 70% off, then yeah, I'd say go for it. If you get it under £20, I think that's okay. Is this Dovetail's best route? Not by a long shot. I think Southeastern High Speed is a superior product, and actually Peak Forest, and what else? What's the other route I was about to say? The Glossop line. Even though they are not brilliant when it comes to route length and so on and so forth, particularly the Glossop line and the Peak Forest line, but the railway, but the scenery and the things you can do, certainly with Peak Forest, you've only got 3 locomotives to play with, you get no substitution whatsoever. What you can do with that is pretty good, and I think the scenery in that was excellent. The Glossop line, even though it is absolutely tiny, and I question why Dovetail picked that route in the first place, it is fairly decent route scenery, and what you can do on that route is what you'd expect. So that's pretty good. This, I think, feels a slight step back, I think. Not from the scenery perspective. That's okay. I think just what you can do and experience, I think, is a step back. And that's all down to the routes concept. If they picked Peterborough if they extended it up to York or Leeds or, those kind of cities, I wouldn't have a problem, because the route length would be longer, you know, more driving, more operation you can do, you know, using the Azuma's high-speed capabilities, and, you know, more stopping and doing passenger services and all that stuff. I wouldn't have a problem with it, but I just can't get away from the fact that if Dovetail chose another section or extended this version of the route up to York, and picked a section from Peterborough to London, then there's no doubt it would be much better experience. But you know, what can you do? Too late. Hopefully, you know, Dovetail, you never know, they might extend the route like they did with South Eastern High Speed. Will they extend it to London? I have my doubts, but it could extend this route up to York, maybe. That'd be nice. I don't know if there's any branch lines that go to York, but I'll have a look. Never know. Have a look. Let's have a little peek, shall we? On the map here I have in front of me. Let's have a look. Here we go. Yeah, it does. To be fair, the route does extend to Leeds as well. It stops at, well, the major stations it stops at is Westgate, Wakefield and Leeds. So we could have had a lot more gameplay from that, and plus extend the route from Doncaster to York. Can't lie about that. That would have been a bit better, that's for sure. As far as other units goes, I'm just trying to see what else is used. Oh, that would have been great. I'm just thinking, if we had the section going from Doncaster to Leeds, we would be able to use the reasonably new BR Class 331 electric multiple unit. That's operated by Northern Trains. What else? Just trying to have a look. High-speed trains, here we go. Class 91, there we go. London King's Cross to Leeds and York. Yep, we could have that maybe as a loco add-on. I wouldn't rule that out, that's for sure. The Class 180. It's Grand Central. I think they did have the license before, but they probably lost it now. 220 and the 221. diesel, electric, multiple units. They join at either Doncaster or York. Okay, that's out of the question. No, to be fair, if it joined at Doncaster or York, they could do services going up to York, if the York thing extension was a possibility. The Azuma, we got the 800 and the 801. What's the bi-mode multiple unit? Full multiple unit could be powered by electric pickup or use onboard diesel engine. So, do we... So I'm confused then. Maybe the 801 isn't a bi-mode multiple unit. I thought it was. Obviously, it's my mistake. So the bi-mode multiple unit goes from King's Cross to Leeds, Lincoln, Hull, York, Middlesbrough, Newcastle, Harrogate, Aberdeen and Inverness. And the other one just goes to from London to Leeds, York, Newcastle, Edinburgh and Glasgow. Okay, fair enough. What else have we got? The Class 802 and the 803, that's operated by TransPennine, Hull, Trains and Lumo. But obviously Dovetail simulated those services, it's just with a different Hitachi AT300 operating them, or a different liveried one, let's say. Sadly we can't operate, I think, do you know, can we operate those services? Maybe we can, I've no idea. But there's quite a few operators on the East Coast Main Line. Of course, depends whereabouts on the East Coast Main Line you operate. There's loads of operators, no doubt. There's the London North Eastern Railway, which obviously we have in the game. Thameslink, we have that. Hull Trains, which we don't have. East Midlands Railway, we kind of do, really. Cross Country, no. TransPennine Express, no. Northern Trains, no. ScotRail, yes. Grand Central, no. Lumo, no. DB Cargo UK, I suppose. GB Rail Freight, I suppose. Freightliner, no. Direct Rail Services, no. And Collis Rail, nope. As far as depots go, you've got Bounds Green Depot in London, Craigentinny in Edinburgh, the Doncaster Car Haymarket in Edinburgh, Heaton, which is in Newcastle, Hornsey, which is in London, and Neville Hill in Leeds. So where's the one that we have in the game then? I could take it out of service actually. There's a service I think I can do that in the journey mode. I might do that quickly actually. I might do that. Speed limit will be increasing to 120 miles per hour. So, take a look at the chat. Hey Carl, nice to see you. Hope you're well. You're on the same route as well. Excellent. Hope you're having a good time. Hopefully better weather conditions than I am. 18 miles to go until Doncaster. Have I got any tea left? Let's have a look at that. Might be a wise check. Oh no, I don't. No more tea. Oh dear. Never mind. We carry on. I think from what Dovetail said, I was looking at the overhead wires. Not sure if this route has the upgraded overhead wiring. I think I've read something about this route getting the upgraded catenarium wires and so on and so forth, but I thought I was already in this route from day one. Obviously I was mistaken. Might be mistaken about that suggestion anyway, but it just crossed my mind as I was looking up at them. Nice to see the LGV Mediterranean's got them, which is a pleasant surprise. Hopefully that route gets an extension up to Lyon. Would be nice. Please, Dovetail, I beg. That would be cool. I love the TGV duplex. And if we can have it in a different livery as well, and different formations to run it on, that'll be fantastic. Just turned green. Right, I'll save the usual YouTube shenanigans. If you did enjoy the stream so far, then feel free to hit the like button below, and if you are watching for the first time, then I'd really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. The next stream will be tomorrow on November the 12th, today's the 12th, the 13th, 2023. I'll be taking a look at the Flying Scotsman, the world's famous steam locomotive. That should be a challenge. And good fun too. Certainly worth picking up right now. Certainly as a separate loco add-on. That's worth every penny, because that locomotive is a gem. Dovetail have done, I think, for me, a very decent job, no doubt. I mean, it's Flying Scotsman. They have to get that right. Even the sound as well, I think they've done a good job as far as Dovetail games go, in regards to their sounds. I mean, this Azuma doesn't sound exactly rosy, let's say. Epic V112. Hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. For the East Coast Main Line, CAF trains could be the DLC. Tri-mode train as a bonus. Activate diesel engine in the emergency setting. Oh, can you activate the diesel engine on this multiple unit then? Because I've just read on online, only the 800 itself has that luxury of using a diesel engine. The 801 apparently is just a completely, it's just a complete electric multiple unit. It's not a bimodal unit, apparently. So. Yeah, a bit confused. CAF trains, what are they when they're at home? Let's have a look. CAF trains, what are they then? CAF trains, I'm just trying to think what that could be. Not cross country, not Grand Central, maybe Collars Rail? I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean by CAV trains? You have to tell me what that is or what operator that is, because I don't know. I don't know. one good thing about the Azuma is that apparently River Games is planning to implement them as AI on the Glasgow, the ScotRail Express, which is quite good. I don't know about the oh no, it can't be used on the Cathcart Circle, can it? It's the wrong year for the Azuma, unfortunately. They weren't around back then, unfortunately, in the year that Dovetail set the Cathcart Circle line. Oh dear. Yeah, but it's quite interesting to see that they're going to use them as AI at least. That I think it's Edinburgh or Glasgow Queen Street, maybe both. I don't know. Apparently, there's some services where the Azuma is actually operated on the ScotRail Express, which certainly is a nice surprise, no doubt about it. Let me have a look at it in a minute. Yeah, Edinburgh to Glasgow. Let me find it in a minute. There we go. Let's have a look. No, okay, I'm just having a look now. So this is the route map back in, 4 years ago. So they go from London King's Cross, obviously, all the way. They go to Lincoln as well. Maybe Dovetail should have extended that to Lincoln. That would have been nice. And to Hull. And to York. Definitely to Leeds, no doubt about it. Let's having a look at the Scotland side of things. Edinburgh Waverley. Yeah, okay, so just Edinburgh Waverley they would be featured in. It would be nice to see them at Glasgow Central, but unfortunately they won't be in Cathcart Circle because of the wrong time period. But that's interesting. Alright, that's something cool. Current fleet, here we go. What have they got? They've got Intercity 222 trains. That's fine. See, yeah, the 800/1 or 2 is a bimodal multiple unit. And this is the... Oh, we need to stop. My god. Brake. I didn't realise we're so far. Oh dear. My bad. Oh dear. I'm so sorry. Oh well, we failed. Never mind. What was I saying? But the 801 variant we have, that is just a electric multiple unit, it's not bimodal, so I'm a bit confused by some folks saying that we have a bimodal multiple unit in the game, even though the version we have is technically an electric multiple unit. So let me go back in the main menu and have a little peek at that. Unless it's in the scenario mode or something, I don't quite know. That's got me very confused. Let me have a look. It's just the 800/801/1 or 2. It's not an 800. So yeah, just the 801/1 and 2. They are just electric multiple units. Yeah. So I don't get it where people say there's a diesel mode on this which you can use. When in reality they don't have a diesel mode at all. What about scenarios? That might have something to do with it. Flying Scotsman. There we go. Battle against the elements and the scorching heat wave. Series of tests. Okay. Yard work. Yeah, drive it under diesel power. That's fascinating. Okay, that's I'm confused but fascinated at the same time. I don't get that. How can you use a diesel mode on a multiple unit which doesn't have a diesel mode? Unless it's under like emergency circumstances, then I really don't know. There should be a depot. Yes, there is. We'll do that one. One more, I think, and then I'll call it a day. I'm just thinking maybe the diesel engine this presumably has is like a tiny little diesel generator. Tiny. Other than that, I have absolutely no idea. Bit dark in here, isn't it? Set the headlights to full beam. There should be a desk illumination switch somewhere around here. Is that it there? A reading light, that does help for now. Cab center light, thank you very much. Oh. There we go. Right, let's head off to the depot then. Depot... Oh, Doncaster car depot, right, okay, it didn't say it on the website there. Weird door noises again. Right, let's go. Well, I mean, the lighting looks okay, I suppose. Looks the same as it always has been, really, to me. Well, at least the clouds look alright. Right. Do we have to set some points or anything like that? Or is it fully automated? Oh, no, there is some points. Might need fiddling around with. No. Oh, no. Is that one right there? I'd say yes, it is. That's okay. Yeah, it's a big area here in Doncaster. Obviously you can't see much, but there's a church. Oh, how cool. This is Doncaster, isn't it? Where we are? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's massive. Huge facilities here. You've got tons of rolling, well, not tons, but lots of rolling stock. There was East Midlands Trains coaching stock as well, HST ones as well, which is interesting. Must be where the Azuma is sent for the night. I presume they're Azumas, or maybe not, they're just 66s piled up. Look at that, look at all them. Oh no. What happened? I didn't even go into the depot. Never mind, let's try that again. Let's try again, shall we? Too busy looking around. Keen to see what is around. We'll try again. We'll complete it this time, I promise. We will finish it. Right. Headlights to full beam. Reading light to the off position. Can hear lots of 66s about. Very, very close. Must be over there in darkness. That's the shopping centre over there, I believe. Can hear another train. What is this? What's this hiding? 158, yeah it is, yeah. Just sitting in the darkness. The points were set to the correct positions, so we should be okay. So we got a red for whatever reason. Why do we have a red though? Is there another train coming in, or a freight service? Oh, there's a train. I've just seen it in the top of the map. There's a train that's coming down, so probably going to London or something, unless it's a freight service going wherever it needs to go. So we'll have to take a stop, make a stop. Very briefly, hopefully. I can see the red signal ahead. Right, we'll just wait here. Oh, there's a 66. At least I can see that. Making an absolute racket as always. Good grief. Yeah, I'm gutted. I mean, I'm looking at the map and seeing what the LNER services that can run. Ones that go to Hull and Leeds and York. I mean, if they added them, if that route carried on, to those cities, it would have been a far better package. For visually, for operationally, it would have been a different challenge, that's for sure. Certainly more to do. Yeah. Such a shame. Such a shame. That would have been a good compromise, to have services, or if Dovetail built the route up to those cities, Leeds and Hull and York. Never mind. Yeah, because you would have had a lot more stations, wouldn't you? You would have had... Well, we've got... How many have we got at the moment? We've got Peterborough, Newark, Northgate, Lincoln, Retford and Doncaster. Oh, sorry, not Lincoln. Just Doncaster, Retford, Newark and Peterborough. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's not 5 stations, it's 4. I apologise. So we could have had Lincoln, Wakefield, Westgate, Leeds, Borough, Selby, Horsforth, Harrogate, Shipley and York. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different stations we could have had on top. That would have been an improvement. 14 was much better than 4. Lincoln, that's a surprising one. Why didn't they include that up to Lincoln then? Let's have a little cheeky peek. Oh well, you can't really see it, but I can because I'm on the map. I could just see another train there. Another train coming in, I should say. Peterborough to Lincoln, that's it. No, we could have easily gone to Lincoln, man. No, the services go off at the main line up Newark Northgate and go to Lincoln. Oh, it's such a shame. Why didn't you add that, Dovetail? Damn, man. That would have been so... It would have been better. Why not have that? That's irritating. Yeah. Missed opportunity. You know, if Dovetail had to do this route, you know, they should have extended it to Lincoln, definitely. And York and Hull and Leeds. Yeah. Yeah. Irritating. Very irritating. No, never mind. Right, let's get this train into the depot at least. Excuse me. Okay, I must admit, Holland may be a bit of a stretch, but apparently, technically, trains do operate to Hull, but LNER trains, do they operate to Hull? I'm not too sure. Hull Paragon interchange. Okay, maybe they do, maybe they don't anymore. I've no idea. Services, what have we got here? London King's Cross to Lincoln, that's obvious. That causes Grantham and Newark Northgate, yeah, happy days. London to York, what would that stop at? Peterborough, Grantham, Newark Northgate, Retford and Doncaster. Obviously York. What else? London to Leeds, you would start at Peterborough and stop at Doncaster and Wakefield Westgate, or you would stop at Grantham, Doncaster and Wakefield Westgate. Okay. London to Harrogate, what would that stop at? Grantham, Doncaster, Wakefield Westgate, Leeds. Okay, and Harrogate. Fair enough. Oh, we're going way too fast. Way too fast. Slow down, slow down, slow down. London to Edinburgh, that's pretty obvious. That stops at... in the game it would be starting at Peterborough, and yeah, that was about it. And terminate at Doncaster. Irregular services. Okay. London to Bradford Foster Square, Skipton, Hull. That's an interesting one. Just one train per day. Good God. So stops at Peterborough, Hull bound only. Grantham, Newark Northgate, and Doncaster. Okay. Interesting. Right, we're nearly there. About to enter the depot. Is it indoors or is it outdoors? I thought it was indoors. That's indoors. Oh, I don't know. Is that indoors? I don't have a clue. Maybe it's not indoors. Oh, I don't know. I thought there was an indoor depot. Let's see. There's a depot over here. Looks it over here. That's not the kind of depot I mean. I mean like a big depot. I thought there was one, a big indoor depot. What's that over there in the distance? That might be it over there. Actually, I could just see it on the left-hand side. Just slow it down to a crawl. And then handle off. Let me have a peek. Yeah, there's the depot. That's what I wanted to see. Well, that's only a hive of activity. Lighting's not bad in here. That's what I want to see. Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad at all. So you can park the trains up, well, in the depot, albeit undercover, and in the outside as well. Fair play. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Alright, there we go. We got a whatever medal that is. Well, at least I finished the depot run, so that's fine. Happy days. So yeah, I think that'll wrap it up. Overall, again, I already made a monologue on what I think about this route. Immediately, the route concept, or the idea of doing this route in the middle, of the East Coast Main Line, so to speak, where it goes to or from, its potential is limited. Dovetail's done a decent job of what you can do with that limited potential. If they extended the route up to Leeds and York and Lincoln, definitely, it would have been a much better package. If it was my choice, I would just scrap the whole thing entirely and just build the route from scratch, going from London to Peterborough. But there you go. Yeah. Poorhouse, say how are you? Hope you well. What are you waiting for? The light bean green. No, I wasn't waiting. I was just parking a train up in the depot. That was all. And I was just exploring around the depot with the camera. That was my. But yeah, that concludes this stream on the East Coast Main Line, Peterborough to Doncaster. If you have enjoyed it, then make sure to hit the like button below. And please feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. The next stream will be once again on the East Coast Main Line, but we're taking a look at the old school and very famous flying Scotsman. So hopefully you can join me for that on November the 13th, 2023. So I'd just like to say once again, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.